What's up, guys? My name is Justin, and welcome back to the channel. Today, if you haven't watched the previous version, or the previous episode, I guess, of this kind of Assetto Corsa thing I'm doing, we are taking different street cars around Laguna, Seca, and Monza just to kind of get a big kind of leaderboard and see what kind of lap time some of these cars do. So it's very interesting to me. I hope it is to all of you to kind of see on a curvy track and a very long track with some chicanes what kind of lap times different cars can put together in different classes. We have some race cars, we have some street cars. So we'll see what we got. Today we're going to go Laguna Seca first, and the car is the Alfa Romeo 4C. I've heard a lot of good things about this car. A lot of people think it's a great handling car, a beautiful car. I have never felt that. I don't know why. I should say I don't know it well enough to make a full judgment. But it's never been. I don't know. It's never been the kind of car that I just like to die for. So we'll see. I don't know exactly how this is gonna go. I've never driven the car, I admit, at all. So yeah, we'll just go right into it. Like I said in the last one, if you haven't seen the first one with the Abarth 500, not gonna mess with setup or anything. We're just gonna do an out lap, one sort of warm-up lap, and a flying lap. So apparently this car is decently fast. I'd expect us to handily beat the 500. But until we get 5, 6, 7 cars, and we won't know the full comparison of the lap times, which I will get into as we go. So leaving the pits here, it's already way faster than the Abarth was. So record that earlier, so we'll see how this compares. Oh, apparently we're way too fast. I don't know. Oh, it's keeping me from downshifting is what that was. Apparently I was going to over-rev it, which is fine. Alright, so on the track at Laguna Seca. Just about getting things slowed down and turned in. It's an interesting feeling car. Also a little bit understeer. I was expecting this to be a little bit better on turn and being mid-engine. We'll see how it goes. This car has downshift protection, so obviously it does not like to rev nearly as much as I am anticipating it to rev, which is interesting. I guess it's only about 6,000 maybe. Huh. So it's probably going to be more difficult than I thought. I anticipated this guy drive it aggressively, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Stopped and turned in there. It does feel a little bit heavier than I was expecting it to with this mid-engine platform. Leave it there again, understeer. Gotta go to fourth here. We'll just be on the chip way too much. Big slide there on entry. It's fine. Get down the racetrack. Try 220 or so there. That was a little bit deep, but not too bad. Alright, let's start our one warm-up lap here at Laguna. To start finish line right about 100 miles an hour, perfect. Yeah, that warm-up lap was faster than. Brakes aren't as good as I thought they'd be either. I thought that the brakes would be, adequate to get this, not that big of a car stopped, and they're fine. They're not, like, I'm not stopping, but I was just expecting to kind of chuck it in there. But again, I'm not familiar at all with this car, so for all I know, it's garbage. I don't really know. I think it's a beautiful car, but that's okay. Find the brake marker again here. Downshift protection, my ass. Makes it tough to attack if you can't just chuck it in there and do some engine braking. There, because otherwise the downshifting will get angry. Tricky upshift, excuse me. The corkscrew is absolutely terrifying trying to find your clutch pedal. Alright, he's 200 again here. Oh, again a little bit of a slide on entry there, probably just going a little too deep. We made it. 220 again. Finally fine second gear there. And we'll keep in mind also, if you don't know what my sim rig setup is, I do not have a sequential shifter or a H pattern shifter. I have paddles, so that's why when I try to find a gear and it's not there, I'm kind of stuck. It's not like I can move out of a gear. I don't have any alternative options, so a little better in there that time. Yeah, I was expecting this car to be a little faster, honestly, but that's okay. Let's see what we got. Slide just a little bit there on turning. I am going to use these hot laps only, so if my warm-up lap ever ends up being faster, unless there's a crash. If there's a crash, I'll give it another go if I drop a wheel and spin out or something in some of these high-powered cars that'll be coming up. But as far as this goes, I'm just going to use the timed lap. I say the second lap, not the warm-up lap. So even if the warm-up lap is a tenth quicker for some reason, if I don't find any time at all, we're not going to go for that. We're just going to go for the time lapse to make it a fair comparison as I drop a wheel there and prove my point about the second lap probably being worse. So we'll see. It's such a tricky gear change there in the middle of the freaking corkscrew. Let's see if we can get through this right-hander here without botching everything up this time. Slide, but not too bad. To fourth. I think the downshift's right in there. Not ideal, but it's good enough. And a solid run to the line. We'll see what we're at for a lap time. 1:41.88. So that is the lap time for the Alfa 4C at Laguna Seca. See if I can get that all set. Alright, get that written down. Alfa 4C 1:41.889, which is about 9.2 seconds faster than the Abarth did it, which is unsurprising, but still notable. Alright, we'll get out of here and let it start loading up at Monza while I write down everything else. This car is going to be faster at Monza, it just has more power. So, but the question is how much faster. That's obviously the important part. So, get everything loaded up. Looks good enough. Should be the right track. Automatic engine cut off. Close the gas. I don't know what any of that means, but whatever. All right, so we are at Monza now. We have everything set, ready to rock and roll. There's a pit limiter there, but it's fine. Don't know how to turn off, never plays enough. Other than hot lapping, so it doesn't really matter. But we'll see what we got for speed here around good old Monza. I don't like the downshift protection. That makes it really annoying to have to attack a corner entry, like unbelievably annoying. This does change directions through the chicanes better than the Abarth did, predictably being down front-wheel drive. Zones here. Up to fifth, first time we've used fifth in one of these couple of cars. Weird gearing in this car, very, very strange gearing. There we go. Need fourth again. Super annoying to have to change gears between the Lesmos. A little bit understeer there, but we made it. Not ideal, but we made it. Need fifth again here shortly. We're going to have to brake a little earlier for this than we did in the Abarth. Look for the dude and then back it up a little bit from there. Just about get the thing stopped. Randomly select the brake zone, bounce off some curbs big time, get the direction change though. So once you get the thing turned in, this thing actually does grip fairly well. Not ideal, but It's okay. Fifth gear again down the parabolica. I guess we'll go 150 and try that. That was 100. I didn't realize there was no 150, but 100 seemed to work pretty well, so we'll go with that. I didn't realize until it was too late that there was no 150 board, so get our one warm-up lap started here. See our one warm-up lap, our out lap counts, obviously. We're at some turn 1 we're learning there, so let's see what we got. All in front straightaway at Monza, obviously. The kings of speed on the Formula 1 calendar. I don't know what we'll go with here. Let's go with 200. Yes, I know I have downshift protection. Thank you. God, can you imagine iRacing had downshift protection? I would have quit that stuff like 5 years ago. There we go. I was recording a couple days ago some NASCAR iRacing series, not the iRacing like Cup Car series, but various NASCAR series on iRacing at Daytona, B&C Open this week, so you'll probably see a lot of that at various times coming up here, or you may have already by the time you see this. And my one recording didn't record audio for the one I ran, a huge split I ran in, and it went okay. I got killed after the end by a guy, but that's okay. Unfortunately, I'll never see the light of day because this will be after that, but it'll take place in a world where the race never took place because there was no sound. So that'd be a really boring hour-and-a-half video to watch with no sound. Me riding around Daytona. Although I did lead some laps. I was on a different pit strategy for a little while and led like 8 or 10 laps, which was a lot of fun. I was running some lap cars and had a pretty clean race and finished well. So there's our dude. Both downshift, just about get the thing turned in. It does like to slide there quite a bit. We're using a lot of that curve. It's extremely bouncy. I'm pretty sure we'd crash if we did that in a much lower, faster car. So we'll have to got the hiccups. I apologize. We'll have to keep that in mind when we get into some of these different cars. Hiccups again. I don't know what's got to do. All right, 100 meters. Just about get the thing stopped and turned in there. Make it. I also will clarify as well, on the list of cars I have stuff like the Alfa 33, which would probably be the video you see after this, just for the sake of doing the Alphas relatively close together. I'm classifying that as a street car, unless it's like a modern GT car, a Formula 1 car, modern or classic, or a prototype or something like that. It's a street car. So the Alfa 33, the 250 GTO, stuff like that, those are all for the sake of this road cars, or normal cars I should say. So when you come at me in the comments and say, oh, that car only raced in, you know, the Millimiglia in 1963 or something, I get it, I know, I'm aware. Played Forza 4 for a long time and got the whole backstory. But again, if we had classic cars, modern race cars, classic race cars, in the middle race cars, all that type of stuff, you know, there'd be a million different lists and we wouldn't gain anything from, you know, cars running around in classes by themselves as far as which car is faster than what from what era. So I guess I need a second there, but that's fine. So just for the sake of that, I will put some of those cars in the street car category, which I'll go through again when we get to some of those examples. A little bit of a scruffy first chunk of the lap here, but we've made it. Turned it nice and early there, carry it. That was a lot better that time. Nice little run here down the straightaway. There we go. So, run up again here, look for our dude. A little bit braver that time. Are we going to get it stopped and turned in? Yes, actually a little better that time. Checked it out a little bit on the brakes. A little smoother through Ascari. So we can carry that down here through Parabolica. Some kind of lap we can put together, maybe a sub 210 if I really nail this, maybe. A little bit of a slant entry there as we turn in with some brake pressure applied. Get through there pretty well. Again, cut off every little bit of the track we can here. Again, I could use all the beta drivers right there. We're not going to. The lap time is 2:13.317, so that does beat the Abarth by about 16 seconds. Yeah, that was a 2:29, so that was a 2:13.317. So that becomes the new fastest car so far. Of course, again, that's just, 2 cars having gone. But still, nonetheless, enjoyable. So, yeah, so I think that was a success. So, a slightly more enjoyable car to drive. I was not a big fan of it. And again, this, like the Abarth, I will probably never drive again because for whatever reason, it just doesn't really vibe with me. I don't know. It's not a bad car by any means, but not a car I have circled on my list of things to hot lap, especially at a track like Monza. So that's gonna be that for this episode. Yeah, I was a little bit slower through first sector. I mean, we're talking 100th of a second, but still. Yeah, that's gonna be that for this episode today. So I hope you enjoyed it. The Alfa Romeo 4C. We'll see what we got coming up next. Like I said, it'll probably be the Alpha 33, but we'll see as we keep going. But you'll know by the title. So hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like and subscribe down below so you don't miss any of the action if you haven't already. And until next time, bye.